Hey everyone, it's a good day. Why is it a good day? Well, I get to pick up my Hymer Aktiv from the dealer today. The repairs are finished, the lithium battery has been replaced, and the TSB for the installation of the pressure relief valve on the water heater has been performed. So I will pick it up this afternoon and bring it home and walk you through what was done and try to get up underneath it and show you what was replaced and talk a little bit about that. So here we go. Celebration is in order because it is back. It's been a long 5 weeks, 6 weeks, but it is back home. And I will walk you through the diagnosis of what happened to my Hymer Aktiv and then what was done to repair it. So first you'll notice that the Hymer Aktiv with the lithium batteries has two Ecotrek disconnect modules. Battery 1, battery 2. It was battery 2 that was failing. And what would happen is not what's supposed to happen. So ordinarily you turn on the battery and you'll get the blue light that turns on there and you'll hear the engagement underneath. And then you hit the reset button. So now if we come over to battery on, you'll notice that we have a reading and things are on now. So now I can turn the lights on. We have power to the coach. What was happening instead on battery bank 2 is I would turn the battery on. You would still hear the engagement underneath, but upon hitting the reset button, one of two things would happen. Either it would come on while holding the reset button and you would get power to the coach and it would show a voltage reading, although the voltage was way too high. It was something like 14.5 or 14.7 volts at rest. The Solar Epic MT50 monitor would do one of a couple things. It would show that it was taking a trickle charge, or it would show a very low voltage right here, somewhere in the 8 to 9 volt range, or the little happy face, which is hard to see in the glare. The little happy face would be an unhappy face, or it would show that it was taking a charge from the solar for a while. The voltage reading would fluctuate wildly until or unless you turned something on, at which point it might run. So if I turned on the LED lights at that point, again the voltage would fluctuate dramatically. Anything that drew more power than that, such as turning the inverter on, would shut this off instantly. No power to the coach. Monitor here would then show the dead battery or battery error, which is the battery icon with an X through it. And so that would be rinsed and repeated as many times as you liked. Either it would just stay off completely, or it would come on briefly and eventually die on its own while showing incorrect voltages the entire time. So what was done? Well, you see the description here that basically says what I said just a minute ago about the problem with the battery itself, which included being hooked up to shore power and the inverter indicating that it was charging to 100% over the course of an hour or so, and then disconnecting and starting over, it would show that the battery was immediately at 0% again. So no charge being held whatsoever, even though it reported that it was. So we have a new lithium battery that was replaced, and while they had it, they also did the Truma relief valve TSB, and we'll take a picture of that here in just a minute, and then some supplies for it. Interestingly enough, Hymer Roadtrek only allowed 2 hours for the repairs under warranty. So 2 hours of actual work, and the remaining 5 or 6 weeks was diagnosis and waiting for the parts to arrive. Okay, so let's just take a look and see what was done for the pressure relief valve. I'm going to do this one-handed. Scoot the cushion out of the way. And let's see what we've got here. Okay, so here's the Truma itself. And there's the water supply line. And look what we have here on the end of that. A nice little pressure relief valve. So it would appear this is the TSB fix for the pressure relief in the Aktiv. Under here is the important part, however. We can crawl up underneath this and take a look. So here we have the battery that was replaced. A little service sticker on it. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to see, although again you can notice how low that other battery is. It would be so easy to catch that on something, but not the purpose of this video. So this is the replacement battery. We'll take a look at it from the other side. Again, not much to see underneath there. There's the replacement. So there you have it. It's home and it's functional again. I can take it out whenever I want now, except my schedule is not going to allow it anytime soon. The plan is to head east, but now that everything is functional, I'll feel a lot better about it. The diagnosis of this issue was primarily the engaging of the battery and it not powering on the coach unless you held the reset button down. That seems to be the story of a number of owners. There are also some other symptoms that I did not experience, like the blue light not coming on at all or being dim. I didn't experience that. Having the solar monitor was very helpful because it gives a better picture of the kind of power that is being put into the batteries. And it was interesting also that the voltage on the MT50 for the battery that it was measuring did not match what the panel above the door was saying that the battery actually had in it. So that disconnect between the readings was also part of the troubleshooting diagnosis. There's been some speculation about why this is happening, whether Hymer got a hold of a batch of bad batteries or if there's some other issue at play. I don't know what that answer is, but it is nice to see that they did handle the problem. They didn't argue about it. They did troubleshoot it extensively prior to approving the replacement, but when you're talking about a $2,000 or $3,000 battery, I guess you can't fault them for that. And then the parts for the pressure relief valve were sent quickly, and the installation of that was very quick as well. If you have any other questions about the problem I was experiencing with the van with the lithium battery itself, leave your question in the comments below and I will answer it quickly. I know that I'm just sort of skipping over what happened here, but I can't really show you a whole lot because it's all together and working like it's supposed to. But I'm glad that it's finished. So be sure to like and subscribe as I prepare to put together some new content now that I have the van back. And until then, have a great day.